Today, I'm gonna guess the next 6 Brawler Hypercharges and their abilities, but in order to do so, I have to go out and find all 6 Brawlers in real life. And thanks to AT&T, the sponsor of today's video, we can take Brawl Stars with us on the journey. Oh, and before you comment, I already know that 3 Brawler Hypercharges were already leaked, so I will not be including those in the video. Subscribe right now and let's start the search. The first Brawler I'm expecting to get a Hypercharge in the next update is Chuck. And you might be wondering, how am I supposed to find Chuck in real life? Well, lucky for me, I have a plan. So I head outside, drive all the way across town in search of the one thing on my mind, a train. Not just the train tracks, but an actual train. And eventually, I found it. With Chuck in my hand, I approached the train, calling for it to guide my mind to the Chuck Hypercharge. But without answers, I took action by loading in the heist, setting up my train tracks, and auto-aiming my way to victory. And thanks to AT&T's fast and reliable network, my gameplay was completely smooth and responsive the entire time, despite being all the way out here by Chuck, and it led to an easy win. After winning a match of heist in front of Chuck himself, I finally understood what his Hypercharge ability is going to be. When hypercharged, Chuck's super will stun any enemies hit by it, and not only that, but it will leave a path of fire behind it wherever he goes, burning anybody who got stunned by his super. Now, Chuck's Hypercharge is pretty cool, but it's not as cool as the next one we're gonna go through, which is Kit's Hypercharge. One of my favorite brawlers in the entire game. And it just so happens that my home is infested by 2 ravenous beasts. They terrorize our guests. They destroy the integrity of Brawl Star. But maybe, just maybe, if I could somehow tame these creatures, they might tell me the secret to Kit Hypercharge. So I went out for the second time, making my way to a local store to pick up some food, because what do wild beasts love the most? That's right, it's food. And lucky for me, this store was packed with it. So after grabbing enough cat food to make Kit happy, I make my way home with the food in my possession, and I set up a trap for the next time they emerge from the darkness. At first, I thought it wouldn't work, but then suddenly, my trap actually worked, and they were too distracted with the food to know that Kit was standing right beside them, siphoning all of the information I'll need to know about Kit's Hypercharge. I was a little disappointed to hear this one, I'll be honest, because I was hoping it would be in his base kit instead, but Kit's Hypercharge, he's going to shield himself if he jumps on an enemy, or if he jumps on a teammate, it will shield the teammate for the duration that he's on them. This should make it easier for him to survive when he's assassinating people, or to make his teammates even tankier than before. Sometimes shields combined with heals leads to a deadly combo, so I'm sure this one will end up being pretty powerful. And if I'm honest, I don't really know what the next Hypercharge is gonna... Confused as to who might be at my door, I investigated, but what I found was completely mind-blowing. Wieners. And that can only mean one thing. Doug will be getting a Hypercharge in the next update. But what will the ability do? There are so many options. Doug wouldn't send me a pack of wieners for no reason though. I have a job to do with them. I got a pot of water and cranked up the heat. I set the little Doug in, letting him cook until he was ready to spill all of his secrets. Then I took him back to my office. No bun, no toppings, just Doug, the way he was meant to be. Listen, I get it. He has a bun, but like I didn't have any buns. He forgot to send me a bun, so he doesn't have a bun, all right? And if I'm honest, it didn't taste that good, but it had to be done to learn the truth behind Doug. And now I know exactly what his Hypercharge will do. His super will act as normal at first, but once you or a teammate respawns with the hot dog active, you'll get a huge overshield for at least 5 seconds, which will keep you alive much easier after you respawn. This Hypercharge won't fix all of Doug's problems. That's an entire different situation. He needs a lot more than just a Hypercharge, but it'll be a good start. But even that is nothing compared to the 4th Hypercharge coming in the next update. Meeples. Now, we all know Meeple is a cheater when he plays games. He does not play by the rules, which means we have to do the exact same. And so the adventure starts once again. I eventually found a local game store and I searched the area for what I needed. There was lots of games, which was to be expected, but there's something even more specific I need to learn the secrets behind Meeple. Eventually, I found it. Dice. But even that wasn't enough. I need something larger, like these massive 20-sided dice. They are perfect. Now, all that I need to do is go home and cheat my way to a natural 20 roll. So I rolled, and I rolled, and I didn't stop until I finally got that natural 20, the exact way Meeple intended for me to do. And then I understood everything. Meeple's super lets him and his teammates shoot through walls. It's a really niche ability that could use something more, so with the Hypercharge, not only will his super roll an impossible 100, but it will become even larger, and any attack that him or his teammates land on the enemies will steal their ammo, cheating them out of a victory. Now the next Hypercharge is a spooky one, so get ready for it, because this one is Shade. Shade is a haunted, floating set of clothing, and rather than trying to summon a ghost in my house, I went out again, letting Shade guide me to a clothing store. And I'll be honest, I was a little nervous going in, because deep down, I didn't know where to start. What does Shade want me to get? And thanks to AT&T's fast and reliable network, I was able to stay connected to my game while making a long search through the store, and eventually I found exactly what I needed. A blue zip-up sweatshirt. If this wasn't a sign from the Brawl gods above, then I don't know what is. I was still feeling a little nervous, but I grabbed it and I made my way over to the checkout. So I bought it, then I left the store and threw him in the back of my car, and then I headed back home. And now with Shade equipped, I can tell you exactly what his Hypercharge ability is going to do. Right now, he just does a little dash and then goes through some walls for a few seconds, but with the Hypercharge, his critical area will increase in size during his super, making it easier to deal maximum damage. But not only that, every time he lands a hit, it will briefly root his enemy in place, kind of like Lumi's super, making it easier for him to land shots back to back to back. It should be a pretty powerful one. Now I know the last Hypercharge was a little spooky, but this next one is going to be epic. Ollie was a really weak brawler on release, and while he is better now, there is still some room for improvement, and I think that room can be perfectly filled with a Hypercharge. But I'm sure you've caught on at this point, I can't figure out this brawler without actually finding them in person. So I head out for the final time, to the mall, which is probably the kind of place he would like to visit anyways. I don't know though, I'm just guessing. I'm making progress, but there's still more to do. I find the perfect store, and eventually I see this wall of skateboards, and I let Ollie pick out the perfect one. He was pretty indecisive at first, so I brought him even closer for a very precise look. It took some time, but once the board was chosen, there was only one final thing to do to close this video out. I went out in the cold, rode the board down the streets, finding some really pretty areas along the way, until I found the perfect location to test Ollie's abilities. So, riding the board, I hopped into a ranked match. And as the ideal network for fast and reliable gaming, AT&T supported me in taking home the ranked W. I'll be honest, it wasn't very easy playing on a skateboard, but again, with AT&T, I have fast and reliable gaming on the go, so we were able to make it work. Ollie is a pretty simple brawler, but I think his Hypercharge will be anything but. When Ollie uses his super, the radius of his taunt will be doubled, making it easier for him to hit multiple enemies. Not only that, but once he does hit the enemies, the beats will continue to play, and they will deal waves of damage hitting every enemy near him, until the taunt duration ends. So yeah, those are the 6 Hypercharges I think will come to the next update, and those are the abilities I think will come along with them. This was my most in-depth version of this video, so I really hope that these ones are accurate because we're running out of chances to even do this. But hey, make sure you check out AT&T for yourself using the link in the description, and if you made it this far in the video, let me know what you think. Am I cut out for story time, or should I never do it again? And with that being said, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good night.